Peace, what's going on, UK? This is KT, the Arch Degree, here with Black Ice TV 7.
On your feet, and singers on your feet. Can you feel the beat? Come on, bye black. The journey's on your feet, and singers on your feet. Can you feel the beat? Come on, bye black.
Show off your sneakers. I got a lot of sneakers. So show off your sneakers.
The journey's on your feet, and singers on your feet. Can you feel the beat? Come on, bye black.
Wellness Salute, Supernova Sound, my medicine man. So the Super Mega Greens is a great wellness supplement to take pre and post workout. All you gotta do is grab a scoop, put in some water, some fruit juice, shake it and go. It's a great convenience for cell building, fresh oxygen to the cells. So when you're pre-working out, that extra pump, extra oxygen to the bloodstream from the plant proteins to get you amazing magnetism and the boost in the gym. Post-workout, it's a great recovery meal. Great for cell replenishing and rejuvenation. The Mega Greens has holistic, organic supplements, wheatgrass, spirulina, dandelion, alfalfa, chlorella, and ginger. Those working in tandem together creates an amazing, exuberant, extraordinary matrix of power, endurance, clarity, and fortification for your cells, your bones, your kidneys, your organs, your brain waves to be electromagnetic in everything and all that you do. Super Mega Green Superfoods will electrify you.
Another brother tryna make it through the night. The people don't speak cause the people don't love us. I tell you if we speak, ain't nobody gonna touch us. Rosa kept the seat, wasn't waiting for another. I'm thumbing on these beats cause this music I got love for. I be on the block, coppers wanna cover. Shout outs to my pops, shout out to my mother. We all we got. Just us, I'm coming from the streets, ain't no peace, ain't no justice. I'm part of this world where you never been. I learned the real life at the age of 10. Now I'm 25, you could do the math. Free my real niggas stuck up in the pen.
Black Ice TV 7. Make sure you log in, subscribe.
Peace and love, family. This your brother Tahaka Bay, and you're watching Black Ice TV 7. Peace and Islam.
So my name is Leon Champon. I'm part of a company called Purity Nature, and what we do is we are a wellness and well-being brand. So we specialize in natural skincare, hair care, natural herbs, incense, candles and fragrances. Yeah, and the reason why I decided to get involved in the natural and wellness industry is that I felt like I can give people something that they can gain results from, instead of going to all these big brands which doesn't really cure whatever they're looking for, but it just takes them on a journey where they keep buying and buying and buying and spending money. So what I do, or what we do as a company, is we bring people natural raw ingredients, raw materials, which they can use and get real life results, which actually works. And then it's like, it's a word of mouth. Then people, once they gain results, people tell other people, because that's what we all kind of looking for in life, is the results. You use something, it's good, you get what you're looking for, and then you can recommend it to someone else.
Okay, so what inspires you in what you do in the business?
Just to see people's happy faces when I give them a product and it's actually worked, and they feel happy and they're confident in themselves again and things like that. I think that's the inspiration, to make people happy.
Okay, in forms of in black businesses, how have you coped as a black person within the community?
I just feel like as a black person, I just learned more about my industry and just do things different. We don't have to do things the same way how it has always been done. Look for different ways, try different things. And I think networking is a big key. Just being in the community, talking to everyone, and just, you know, being part of what the community is about. And I think if you're like that in every community, they will embrace you, and that's it.
Give us kind of some info of what you actually sell, so that people are able to come to you for in forms of buying.
On the herb side, we got like the moringa powder, we have the maca powder, the black seed, turmeric, the sea moss, the baobab, and yeah, we got loads of natural herbs. On the skincare side and the relaxation side, we have like the bath salts, black soap, essential oils, body butters, hair care. Then we also have candles, reed diffusers, lip balms, hand lotions, and the list goes on.
So if people wanted to find you, how would they find you?
If you wanted to find us, we're in Northend Road, 288 Northend Road, Fulham. We're here Monday to Sunday every day, and on the weekends we're in Brick Lane, Shoreditch.
So if someone couldn't make it to your premises, how can they find you online?
Yeah, they can find us online. It's either at the website, which is www.puritainature.com, or you can get us on the Instagram, on the Facebook, and you can still make orders from there. You can email us as well, you know.
Okay. If there's one inspiring thing that you would want to say to the public for our youth, in forms of uplifting them to do business like how you are doing business, what would you say?
I would just say be creative, because business is not just the boring part, what people tend to talk about. Business can be just creative, and I think a lot of the young kids, they are very creative, but they're not getting the chance to show it to anyone, to showcase their talent, so it turns into a negative energy. So I just say be creative and inspire other people.
Thank you for giving us this info,
No problem.
and I hope everyone enjoys your talk.
Thank you very much. It's always love. Peace. This is puritainature.com. Make sure you check out Black Eyes TV 7. That is Black Eyes TV 7, and make sure you subscribe. Hit the button. Peace.
Shout out to Black Eyes TV, talking to Titans as well. Shout out to the UK family out there. Please, we love you. And
Sally, I'm from the Mammalian Research Foundation. I am here to do a seminar on health and well-being, and I wanted to say that I am here also as part of what we call the Black Eyes TV family.
Greetings, brothers and sisters. Big up Black Eyes TV 7. They're always supporting, always repping. It's love all the time.
Peace, love, black families. The Prince of Pan-Africanism, Dr. Umar Johnson. We live and direct. I want to give a shout out to Black Eyes TV. Make sure you watch it, support it. The news you can use, the information you can use. Youth, Pan-Africanism, economics, family, community. Make sure you support Black Eyes TV, because Dr. Umar Johnson does.
Sacred is sacred. On the thigh, mother and father is the basics. Rise like you're supposed to slip out the matrix. Still dumbstruck, thinking this is entertainment. It's escape to reality. Most lives are
I keep it raw like Sarasetti. Hotep, but if you're an enemy, you catch a broke net. Bang on the system like bullets from barrels released. Zulu Kemetic like African Bombata. The beast got a hold of the streets, rectify it like Malcolm. Watch your friends and your enemies, never doubt them. Never should you participate in their traditions, cause when you do, you put your own life into submission. Who's the victim? Tell me who the fuck will listen and step up and take charge. Most are caught slipping if you don't.
And she was arrested because she homeschooled her children, had the curriculum, the books. She was able to show them her entire system, but she did not fill out the proper paperwork. One piece of paperwork left uncompleted can be the difference between you having your children and you losing your children. But let me say this, I'm an advocate of homeschooling, but homeschooling is a temporary bandage. It is not a solution. Why isn't it a solution? Black children must be educated in math.
That's what I'm talking about.
They can think together, work together, struggle together, live together, die together. You can't do that with 1 million different black children being educated in 1 million different black homes. So although we embrace homeschool, the goal and the solution is to have our own school infrastructure and system where the children can learn together.
And we must support your initiative.
That's what I'm talking about, people. Make sure you tune in 24/7. Terry Riggs Mystery.
Hotel. This is Mfundishi Jahutimas Ka in Haru. Peace and harmony. I'm looking forward to coming out to London and Birmingham and see all our African brothers on the other side of the water. You know, I'll be speaking on Saturday at the event, the Black History event that everybody knows about, okay? Promoting the Black books, entrepreneurs, and I'll be setting up my table. And so you'll get a chance to have crystals, gemstones, and things of that nature. On Sunday, I'll be doing a tour to the London British Museum, to the Kemetic Egyptian wing, so that you won't be bamboozled, get the real truth. And then I'm going to be there on Monday and Tuesday to do spiritual consultations. So people who want to know how to get their life together, how to direct themselves, how to become captain of their own ship, how to move forward in their life, how to get a map going to where you said you want to go. I'll be there for spiritual consultations on Monday and Tuesday. So you can either contact my website and book, or you can contact the organization that's giving this function, the number that they have, and just say you'd like to book a consultation on Monday or Tuesday. I'd like to say Asante Sana, it's an honor to come before you and be able to share some information. Jua mentioned, Jua.
All right, well, let's do it. This is from the tomb of Neb Amun, and you can see this is from 1350 BC. That's 3,365 years ago. It's very, very old. And these paintings were actually hacked out of the tomb. And you can see the jagged edges. All of these are original images from that tomb. This is not the tomb of a king or queen. This is the tomb of a high official. In this case, he's called an accountant. And the The Greeks referred to this city as Thebes. And now it's from the temple complex of Karnak in, actually it's in the city of Luxor. The Africans call this area Waset, and that means the throne or the scepter. For hundreds of years, it was the supreme seat of power in ancient Egypt. And these are beautiful, beautiful, beautiful scenes in what might be called the afterlife. If you go to Egypt and you have time, it's not on everybody's itinerary, but you go in what are called the tombs of the nobles. Almost everybody goes into the Valley of the Kings. Some people go into the Valley of the Queens, although the Valley of the Queens, the tombs in there are not terribly impressive. But the tombs, with the, in my opinion, the most brilliant paintings are in the tombs of the nobles. And the reason for that is because very few people go there. It's difficult to get into. Generally, if I have time, I take my groups there. You know, the person who told me initially, since Minoko, when you go there, this was my first tour group. I've been to Egypt 22 times now and led about 15 groups. He said, go into a tomb in the valley, in the tombs of the nobles called the tomb of Ramesa. And I went in there, and it was remarkable. And since then, I tried to get into as many of these tombs as possible to look at how bright and vivid these colors were and how bright and vivid they are today. Perhaps they've been restored. I suspect that they have been, but they're still remarkable nevertheless. Here he is with a kind of a hunting scene. You can see the birds or geese. You can see all the plant life. I think if you look down below, you can see the Nile River and even fish swimming in there. Surely that's one of his children right there. And then you can see the banquet scene.
Brother Minka from the Afro-Weeka Bantu Saturday School, and I watch Black Eye TV 7 because that is the real deal. Alright, we have to tell our own story and stop relying on our enemy to give our own story. We gotta do it ourselves. We're the lions of 2019.
I'm telling you, Black Eye TV 7. Watch it now!
We got Black Eye TV 7. Peace.
Together and we bless each other with our wisdom, knowing that each one of us can make a mighty difference. So as we heal ourselves, we in fact heal all our relations. Thank you, Most High. Thank you to Anto.
King Simon in the building. And you know where we at? We're here with Queen of Fools, one woman play, and we're gonna have a good time today. Gotta big up Black Ice TV, of course.
Peace to the family, peace to you and yours. This is your brother Red Pill reporting live and direct from the streets of Harlem, USA. You already, you know what I mean? We in the building. I'm here with my good brother from Black Ice TV. Shout out to all of the family in the UK. Shout out to the family across the pond. We also here with HMP TV. All right, shout out to Titans TV. Shout out to Content Over Everything. I'm saluting all of the media platforms in the UK. I don't want to leave anybody out. Salute, because I don't want anybody to feel like they've been left out of this conversation, Because when I speak to one brother, I'm speaking to all of the brothers because this is black media. And black media is here to report on black issues and black affairs, and it's all underneath one umbrella. I don't see competition. I see inspiration. I see different platforms because you need variety. Variety is key. You dig what I'm saying? But ultimately, we need also unity. You know what I mean? We need the collective to come together. So understand, across the pond, we're in America. We're checking in with the UK to find out what's going on across the pond. We're finding out what's going on with the consciousness of our people across seas and whatnot. So it's very important that brothers such as Black Ice TV come to America and capture footage and document all of the good works that are being done in these streets on a grassroots level, not inside somebody's basement, not on the internet, you know what I mean? Not hiding in, you know, mommy's bathrooms and whatnot. No, we're in these streets. We're on this concrete. We're in this concrete jungle and whatnot, doing the work that has to be done. I'm here with my twin, my twin Blue Pillar.
Peace, family. Peace to you and yours, brother Blueport, live and direct. We are here, 125th Street, Harlem, New York City, and a place to be. Was good with the family out there in the UK and abroad. We see you.
Yeah, mine's not hot.
Mine's not hot. You understand me? So what's good, family? What we talking about?
Talking about, yeah, we very much anticipate making that trip across the pond. I know KT, the arts degree, was in the UK. He told us how beautiful London was. He told us how beautiful the UK was. He had a lot of positive things to say about the United Kingdom and the consciousness and the movement that he saw out there. So we look forward to playing our part and coming to plant the pillars, plant the seeds, erect those pillars across the pond, you feel me? And bring this information to the family. And, you know, hopefully by this summer, we're going to make that trip. We're going to make that thing happen.
We heavily anticipate touching down. Shout out to my brother Ali. Shout out to Supernova. Shout out the entire family, Queen of Four. You know what I'm saying? They touched down across seas. They told us that it's something that we definitely need to do. KT told us the same. You know, the family has shared us with it. The Black Ice family has shared that with us as well. So we heavily anticipate being able to touch down, you know, across the pond and bringing this fire with us. You dig what I'm saying? So we can chop it up with the family out there and build these bridges, these necessary bridges.
Yeah, I got UK bars. I got bars for the UK. Nah, I'm dead ass. Or for research that we've done. You know, this book I was diving into this book last night.
About it.
You know what I'm talking about? Salute to the author. Salute to the author for putting together that wonderful piece of work. Salute to my brother who put that Tupac book together.
We got to dust the ancient Britons, you know, off, and we got to bring this Moorish history back to the UK. So, you know, they don't be getting dunked on like how they getting dunked on over here in the States. You know what I mean? They getting sidewinded and dunked on because people is running from their history. They getting all emotional about this shit rather than delving into it. But you niggas is going to school, sitting down for 12 years, learning about this falsified history. You ain't emotional about, you ain't burning down no goddamn churches and no schools. You feel me? But the family don't want to deal with the history that's in black and white, no pun intended. You know what I'm saying? This real history dealing with your people. We ain't waving no flags or nothing. We're saying it's a history lesson. Get your history, and it's hidden at the end of the day. So there's a reason why it's suppressed. There's a reason why it's hidden. You know what I'm saying? For they could falsify all of these false claims that they keep telling you about you in the jungles and savagery and all this nonsense. But the minute that the Mark Hale lady pops up, you know what I mean? Then everybody starts showing their lack of knowledge of history. Everybody, they get into their emotional body, their pain body, their trauma body, and they can't deal with the facts of the matter, dealing with that black nobility. So we're going to bring much needed information to the UK, all right? And we're going to build this necessary bridge so we can stop dealing with this infantile information that has our people pretty much like, you know, going in circles and looking crazy online when you know, there are people out there that are actually, they know the truth, they know what's going on, they're listening to the conversation, and it's not getting us nowhere because it's very fractionalized.
How important is it for the UK-USA link-up?
It's imperative. Wakanda can't be built without it. You understand? It's important. It's important. It's imperative. It's necessary. You know what I'm saying? And our people now are primed into this Pan-African mindset. You know, where we want to unify ourselves diasporically. So it's so necessary to get this information specifically at this particular time, so we could do the things that people love bumping their gums talking about need to be done. So that's why.
The mission that we have and the vision that we have, you know, for making some things happen on the continent, the place that you got to start from is the UK. You feel me? So we can't necessarily get certain things done without doing other things first. And first and foremost, before the continent, we got to get our brothers and sisters in the UK some of these pills, peace, King, and wake them up to some of the realities, to, you know, the power that they have, the opportunities that they have at hand. You know what I mean? The access that they have, the advantages that they have. So, you know, the UK USA link up is super imperative. When that bridge was built, there was power on this land, and there was power across the pond. People don't know about that, but it's imperative that we build these bridges and tap into this economy that we all are going to create, utilizing our intellectual property, utilizing our natural resources, utilizing our skills and our talents and things of that nature, the commodities and, you know, the products that we all are creating, like Kings County, you know what I'm saying? Like Apparel Normal, you know what I mean? Like Ocean 14 Corp, like My Power Pieces, you know what I mean? All of this. KT with her herbal lines and her Green Life Health and Wellness.
All that. It's non-stop. You feel me? It's non-stop. And these are global products, so we need to get in front of our global audience. Because, you know what I'm saying?
So in us doing this link up now, how imperative is it to climb over that bridge and come to the Sinetta Awards if the UK people came over?
I mean, it's important for the UK family to witness, you know what I'm saying, this version of quote-unquote black excellence. And the epoch, the epicenter of it is New York City, so it's going to be done here in a particular fashion. You know, no disrespect to DJ and the Black Power Awards in Atlanta. That was beautiful, you know what I'm saying? New York is gonna offer something different. This is not competition, you know what I'm saying? It's just a level, you know what I mean? So the UK should definitely see this level so the UK can emulate their version of it at some point in time. You know, shout out to the Manhood Academy, you know, shout out to the family out there that's putting in work, you know what I mean? Because I see a lot of black excellence over there. I see a lot of work that's being done. I see a lot of people that are worthy of reward and awards and acknowledgement, you know what I'm saying, and upliftment. Shout out to guiding a new generation. Yeah, my homegirl, she be speaking about that online. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of things. There's a lot of things that should be highlighted, and you know, the light deserves to be shined on it. You know, the Sinetta Awards is something that has been a long time in the coming. So yeah, the family should definitely make it out here to see that in person. You know what I mean? Because y'all family. Y'all need to be in the building. You know what I mean? And yeah, y'all part of the audience, y'all part of the family.
Y'all pay attention to the information.
You know what I mean?
Transformed lives. It's affected lives. It's done what it has to do all the way across the pond, regardless of distance. Distance doesn't matter when you're online. It all melts away. We're all in the same experience. We're all in the same room. So coming to the awards as an overseas representative goes back to any coronation, any ceremony, right? We had the same thing that you saw in Wakanda. They had 5 tribes. People came from all over for the coronation to do what? Celebrate those who were being celebrated or those who were being rewarded, right? And it's very imperative because award ceremonies like filter systems. They point out the people that are effective and that are being recognized by their community for work. These are some names that are unsung. You probably have never heard about them because you may not be tapped into other platforms. Shout out to Black Magic 363. Shout out to my brother Do the Knowledge Radio. Shout out to Baba TV, Fire Every Time. Fire Every Time. Shout out to, yeah, you got all of these. Shout out to Doggy Diamonds TV. There's a lot of alternative media that's out here that's doing monumental work. Shout out to Know the Ledge, you know what I'm saying? Our platform, Know the Ledge TV, Know the Ledge Radio, Know the Ledge University, doing monumental work. So you might not hear about these people because they might not be in your recommend list, or they might not be put in front of you with these names of teachers, you know, that you may see on documentaries and whatnot, but that doesn't take away their impact. That doesn't take away their contribution. That damn sure don't take away the work. There's buildings and mountains being shifted, but because you're not in these streets, you're not on this ground, you're not out here in the front line, you might not know who these people are. So that's the significance of an award show. That's the significance of a platform, these media platforms. That's just the significance of taking time out to learn about people who you might not know about. You feel me? Facts. You know.
And about the nominees.
Yeah.
Talk about the nominees.
Yeah. Well, all of the categories are definitely worth mentioning. You feel me? Like Blue Pill said, you know, you got these categories recognizing Black excellence. You got these categories recognizing contributions to what it really takes to be a community. Because they throw that word around, community, conscious community around, but nobody is basically, what is the components of a community? I've always said,
We are at Slam Radio and we watch Black Eyes TV 7.
Yes. 24/7.
Black. Build your economy, black people.
record, who are the players in those components? It don't have to be a secret. You know what I mean? This is not a clandestine occupation or operation. It's basically online for all the world to see. And it's being documented in real time for all the world to see. So you got to call those names out. You got to identify who the participants are, and you got to reward them. Some of the components to a community is a reward system, a value system, and a penalty system. You get out of line, you get penalized. Off of this head. You do something that you put points on the board for the team, you get a ring. You get rewarded when you go and win the chip. You add value, you're an asset, not a liability. We add value to your name and to your legacy. These are the things that you got to implement before you even start talking about community. You're a good-looking network right now that puts up some impressive numbers, but you haven't monetized your movement. You haven't tapped into your potential power. Once you do that, all things change and they never turn back. You feel me? So we're on the cusp of that. We're on a crescendo of that. We're headed that way in that direction. So salute to everybody that's participating, and hopefully your name will be in lights one day as well. You'll be on that Mount Rushmore of consciousness, because ultimately we're here to immortalize ourselves and then tap out. We're only here to do that. We're only here to put our name in the bleacher, to put our name on the back of the jersey and whatnot, and then you tap out and you're on to other things. You're on to the next one. That jersey goes into the rafters. That jersey goes into the rafters, and it gets embossed. You don't got to come back. It's embossed to the hearts and the minds of your people for the work that you did, your sacrifice, your labor, intellectual property, whatever you produce. Those things are left behind by you. So that's what the awards help signify and dignify. A lot of, you know what I mean? Especially when it comes to, you know, people not aware of what's being done. That's the importance of it. So it's adding value, it's rewarding, and it's also a sense of penalty, because it says to those that are out there doing the fuckery, if you mess up, if your name is forever scratched off of the walls of Kemet, If it gets chiseled off, you won't even be mentioned anymore. Your name will never be mentioned. So that's the penalty for being a fuckboy in the community or disobeying what the elders and the ancestors laid out for us to do. And that's to be righteous. That's to have integrity and character in these days and times. In this prison planet that we're living. I mean, hold on to something. So, you know, that's what it is.
And we got an album coming out. And the UK needs to hear that. You feel me? We need to be out performing in the UK. Don't be late on the wave. You know what I'm saying? Don't be late on the wave. Twin, the album is coming. Please get yourselves prepared, duly prepared. You know, they not gonna. Yeah.
Hold on. Google Kambata. Google my bro A.A. Rashid. Google Cyrock. Google the Twin Pillars. The album I just showed you, that's a classic. But we coming with the album called Twin. It's a double, red and a blue disc. You know what I mean? We got our bro Rich and Kambata dropped Holy Ghost, the EP. We got Dog Food by AA. Like, it's tour time. I'm trying to hop out of the live, man. Like, we ready to go across the pond. We got people in China that's talk. We got Konnichiwa. They want to talk to us. Like, we ready to go global and spread, because the culture is not just consciousness. Consciousness encompasses everything that we do. We're hip-hop. This is our lifestyle. But we're a version of hip-hop that's preaching the last pillar of hip-hop. That's knowledge. That's called consciousness. We're the Twin Pillars. We're erecting that pillar because that pillar was destroyed. So go and check out Prince. Go and check out Made for This. Go and check out Scorpion King. Go and check out Wakanda. And many more to come in the near future. We out here cooking, man, because it's about the youth, and the youth ain't trying to hear nobody with, you know, if your shit don't got a beat behind it, you better be, you know.
They ain't trying to hear them veggie raps.
They ain't trying to hear your struggle raps.
Yeah.
Or your veggie raps right
You dig?
You know what I mean? They want opulence. They want escapism. I ain't gonna lie. You know, you saw what happened with Black Panther movie. They're confusing freedom with escapism or fantasy, and there's nothing wrong with that because we got to start somewhere. But hopefully, we could turn escapism into real freedom.
Your mind can set you free. So anything that sparks the imagination is a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? It's 100% better than that which suppresses imagination. You know what I'm saying? That which has you, you know, in a box within a box within a box. So, you know, let our babies dream. You know what I'm saying? Let them get into because they out here dreaming anyway. They out here fantasizing anyway. But what they're fetishing and fantasizing on are things that are non-conducive to our growth and development. You know what I'm saying? Planting the seed of, you know, doing for self and having community and environment and bossing up, that's a good seed to plant. You feel me? So.
Yeah, as I was saying, if you have the opportunity and go to the GoFundMe UK USA link up, and then you could able to put that $1 or that £1 into that situation, so that we can fund our media to come to the US for that awards. But you know what? I want to talk business right now, and I want you to kind of give us a little full demonstration on the clothesline.
Okay. Yeah. Well, we have a streetwear brand, meaning that we're a brand who, you know, we're in the streets, for the streets, by the streets, and we have a conscious streetwear brand that's called Kings County Clothier. It was founded in these streets. It was founded about approximately 10 plus years ago, out here in Harlem. You feel me? We're from Brooklyn, henceforth the name Kings County, but Kings County is wherever your feet are planted. It's a state of mind. Like Rakim said, it ain't where you're from, it's where you're at. So when I'm across the pond, I'm in Kings County. When I'm on the continent, I'm in Kings County.
Take it with us.
You feel me? When I'm in the ethereal realm, I'm in Kings County. So it's wherever you show up, because you pulling, your kingdom is on, you the moving kingdom. The temple is the body. You feel me? The temple is the mind. It's my castle right here. So we've been out here. We introduced a lot of the quote-unquote conscious clothing to the community. Many others have followed. Many others have risen up. many others have erected, and we find ourselves now in a multi-billion-dollar industry. Like I said earlier, we have an industry onto ourselves. There he goes, and that is a beautiful thing. That is a beautiful thing. Yeah, my guy. Yeah. Hold on, real quick. Let me. Oh yeah. Some of our royalty out here, our peoples
from the real Wakanda. That's it, yeah, from the big roots of Africa, Ghana, West Africa. Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah. Wagana.
Nakaini.
You feel me? So, like I said, there's no distance to what we represent. When you see this demonstration out here, it's truly represent the diasporic views of the collective, because the Caribbean is out here, the continent is out here, the hood is out here. You know what I'm talking about? The indigenous aboriginals of the Americas, the Amexim is out here. So it's always a concerted collective. You know what I mean? And we represent, like I said, this clothing line is a business. It's a startup. It's a small business. It's self-determination, what Garvey taught us to do. It's us working for ourselves. I'm at work right now. I do $30 an hour. That's my going, you know what I mean? That's how much I pay myself. You feel me? That's my salary. This man right here, he's his own boss as well. He could hire himself. He could fire himself. He could retire himself. He doesn't have to ask people who are at war with him on multiple levels to feed him and his family. He doesn't have to be under the whim and under the quote-unquote, That ain't gonna work for me. They ain't gonna work for me at this point in time. Once I recognize what's going on in this chessboard, I realize that I have to create a situation where I am able to feed myself, house myself, clothe myself, meaning that in order to pay my rent, it's not determined on a European or their corporate entity. In order to feed myself every night, it's not determined on a European. It's even harder because it's on my shoulders now. People don't understand that about being independent. You have cut the titty off, or you've basically unplugged from a certain matrix, because it's not all matrices, but you've unplugged from one type of matrix to say, what? I'm going to learn how to fly by jumping out the nest. Because if I don't come out, it's like hunter-gathering. If I don't kill, I don't eat. So if I don't catch my food in the wild, I can't bring anything back to the family. So this is an experiment in entrepreneurism. It's been a challenge. It's definitely, a weight to carry on your shoulders. There are growing pains, but it is a beautiful experience. I even had a consultation with one of my elders last night to help him with his clothing business. And he was actually one of my early investors and whatnot. So everything comes around full circle. We look forward to doing business with Black Ice TV. They are going to be carrying our brand exclusively across the pond. Kings County Clothier will be in the UK by way of Black Ice TV and their store, their click and order, as well as their future brick and mortar. So, in order for us to be this conglomerate, in order for us to, take production and manufacturing to the next level, there's certain steps that have to be taken. And that's one of the steps. Hold on 1 minute for a public service announcement. No, we're doing an interview. It's loud. It's too loud. Thank you. So, with that being said, the brand, there's certain steps that are going to have to be taken in order for us to step up to the level to where we are opening up production and where? On the continent. Factories, the same way that China is running the game with the factories and manufacturing and producing everything. I have a vision that one day that will be on the continent. The continent will have control of the economy, the global economy. They're going to have their foot in the game, and we're going to be there, along with the UK as well.
Yeah, shout out to the AU for doing their free trade, agreement. The 44 countries that said, you know what I mean? We're not going to charge tariffs, and we're going to have free trade. Yes. You know what I mean? So that's definitely a power move. That was a step, forward.
And it came on the cusp of the trade war between the U.S. and China. China said that whatever Trump tries to do against China is going to affect all of the entrepreneurs, all of the drop shippers, all of the people that were getting money on the internet by way of China with Alibaba and AliExpress, they're now going to be affected by the tariffs. So the trade war has officially started. But on the cusp of that, Africa Union came together and said that they're going to throw their hat in the ring and open up the whole continent to free trade. And they're talking about one currency. So this aspect of Wakanda is being realized. It's not going to happen overnight. You got to be able to study the political science and all kind of the science of economics to understand all of the different pieces of this puzzle. There's the World War III already started, okay? And I don't want to scare anybody or put anybody in their fear bag, but the quote-unquote trade war, that is actually a war. Wars start, the Spice War, the Opium Wars, all of these wars were over trade. All of these wars, the Silk Road, the war that...
All wars are for, you know, natural resources and minerals and, you know, for trade and things of this nature. You know what I'm saying?
So the re-implementation of the Silk Road by means of China, the superpower China, has sparked a trade war, right? So all we're saying to our family is this: according to all of the Europeans think tanks and their newspapers and their news media, they're projecting African Americans, Africans on the continent, Africans in the UK to be at the bottom of the totem pole of humanity in about 20 to 30 years. That's the projection. So in a nutshell, they're basically saying in a few 30 or 40 years, you're not even going to be a factor in world politics. We're going to plummet all of your people into fourth-class citizenship, and you know how they're going to do that. So if the need for urgency is not upon you, I'm not even speaking to you. Well, like, this shit is Swahili to you right now. Like, you don't even, if that doesn't mean anything to you, please bypass us. We're not talking to you. We're talking to the population, and we're talking to the percentage of our people who are brave enough to do something that hasn't been done before, right? Who understand that the only thing that's constant is change. So salute to my brothers that are building these bridges. These bridges are going to turn into super highways, you feel me? And then eventually they're going to become silk roads. But we're doing our part. All we're asking you is to do your part. Yeah, you got it. All right.
You know what I'm saying? There's not too much I can say after that, all right? So peace, love, and life, family. Okay, we got to get that apparel normal over there, too, to the UK. You know what I'm saying? My power pieces, we got to get the jewelry, we got to get the whole component. You know what I mean? We got to get the nutrition. We got to get Copper Child Mike's crowns over there. We got to open the channel up, you know what I'm saying? And really make this thing click, do what it do.
It's a flood. Walk up and down the streets of Harlem. We got our site, too, mart125.com. That's going to be our online super mall. It's going to be a marketplace for the world, for all of the brothers and sisters that are out here in Harlem, on the streets, in this open air market. But we're going to take it to the click and order realm. So we hope Black Ice blows up like Amazon and Alibaba. You know what I'm talking about? You know, enough success. Salute to everybody. And remember, mine's not hot. Acne.
Yeah, well, I'm not volunteering with 100 Batman in London. I'm listening and watching Black Ice TV7 online. Get it?
Peace to the family, peace to you and yours. This is your brother Red Pill, representing Kings County. I am proud and I'm happy to introduce you, family, to www.blackicestores.com. That's www.blackicestores.com. That's your one-stop shop for fashion, for health, and all other products from over here in New York going across the pond. We're working with our brothers to build up this economic powerhouse. So shout out to blackicestores.com, your one-stop shop for all things Kings County. If you want to get the hottest and conscious streetwear, make sure you go to www.blackicestores.com. Alright? Salute to all of the brands, salute to all of the products, salute to my brother KT and Usher Breeze Health Products, salute to my brother Super Dope, salute to the gospel wear, all of the different brands and products.
So my leaders ass gone, all my leaders ass gone. I know they did yourself wrong and still standing here strong. Again,
Turtles on your feet, and singers on your feet. Can you feel the beat? Come on, come on, white, black. Now turtles on your feet, and singers on your feet. Can you feel the beat? Come on, white, black.
show off your sneakers. I got a lot of sneakers. So show off your sneakers. Imagine if Malcolm would've never got killed. Crack in the hallways would've never got filled. Imagine if Marcus would've never had to chill. Blacks wouldn't be living in overpacked jails. Imagine if Asada never had to run. J. Edgar Hoover would've never won. Imagine if Trayvon would've had the gun. Black life songs would've never been sung. So I wonder how this world's gonna ever be a place where these wrongs gonna cease.
Budum family, this is Abu Ratata from Galaxy Radio, and I watch, I listen, I observe Black Eye TV all the time. Budum.